welcome to the Assembly Buildings in Belfast for another of the Ulster Orchestra's Salon sessions, where we look to make new connections with artists based here and create something really special as a result. We have such a rich history here of original songwriting talent, and so it's a real pleasure for us to be working with one of the most distinctive new talents to have emerged in recent years. Here is then the Ulster Orchestra with the very special Dani Larkin.
Here I am in front of you, battling the storm. And what have I become? Here I am in front of you, battling the storm. And what have I become? I am no Samson, Goliath can bring me down. And I am no Samson, smite me where I stand and take my crown. Though the apple never falls far from the tree, I have fallen and you can't see me. Is this the end? Is this eternity? Is there no gold sent? Is that enough for me? For I am no Samson, Goliath can bring me down. And I am no Samson, smite me where I stand and take my crown. And I am no Samson, Goliath can bring me down, me down. And I am no Samson, smite me where I stand and take my crown, take my crown, take my Here I am in front of you, battling the storm. What have I become? What have I become? What have I become?
Dani, thanks so much for joining us for this project. It's been really great to work with you. When we were first putting these projects together, in my mind was the idea that we work with people who principally can say something about connecting with stories from here, a sense of place, and that's a really strong element of your work, I know. Has that always been something that's been been a big part of your creative path.
Absolutely, and thank you for the question, because it's something that is intrinsic not only in how I write my music and the lyrics, but in who I am as a person and that presence on stage as well. And to be able to bring that to life with the orchestra, both the connection to place, the connection to myself, and the connection to players who live here and play here has been really special for me.
Just tell us about the song that we've just heard, so Samson and Goliath. It's obviously something that instantly conjures up something for people who live in Belfast, but for people watching us around the world, hopefully. What does that mean for you, and give us a bit of context of the song?
Yeah, so Samson and Goliath is a testament to Belfast as a home for me. You know, I've lived here all of my adult life, and I wrote it when I was living in Scotland and I was feeling homesick, and I would see the cranes in East Belfast when I would fly in to the city airport. And so it's very symbolic of that idea of Belfast, that idea of home as Belfast for me as an adult, but it's also linked to that biblical story of Samson and Goliath and the idea of, you know, the oppressor and the oppressed, and how do we connect with that narrative, and who are we in that narrative? And, you know, it's all there for the listener to experience.
I love these titles and these song themes that work on different levels. And again, that's something that I think is present in your work, that we might hear it one way, but there's additional significance there for us.
Absolutely, and if you listen carefully, you might get a couple of surprises.
The red, it splashes on the faces of fine men, and when it's time for them to run, they sanctify themselves. Spheres of light, barefoot in forest too, and the red it splashes on, and the red it splashes on. Dancing figures come in the night. It's time for all to join, draw strength from fire and the moonlight that Luna will provide. Wildcats pound the door, and the men run to the fore. Guns and arrows galore, and the red, 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 you can see them now, laughing on a moonless night. You can see them now, laughing on a moonless night.
Dani Larkin singing her own original song, The Red, Macca's Return, with the Ulster Orchestra. Dani, tell us something about that song, because again, you're taking us back to the soil, to shared history, to mythology of here. Tell us about that song.
Yeah, it's the Red Macca's Return is such a big part of who I am and my experience growing up. So while Samson Goliath is my adult self, as it were, and Belfast as my adult home, the Red Macca's Return is my childhood home of Armagh. So Armagh, Ardwaha, is connected to Macha, the goddess of war and transformation in Celtic mythology. And that sense of folklore that regardless of who we are, how long we've been on this island, where we live on this island, we can all access and enjoy, and it belongs to us all. And so to be able to share that with the Ulster Orchestra and say, this is who I am, this is what the song is, and it's as much yours as it is mine, and we're bringing it all together, is really incredible for me.
I love that idea of sharing, that you're sharing something of yourself, and hopefully you can feel something from the orchestral players sharing themselves with you as well. And what's the effect of that on you as a performer and the way that you deliver the songs that obviously you've lived with for the last few years and know really, really well, and the effect of the orchestra on the songs themselves, so on your performance, but also on the songs themselves?
Yeah, it's been a huge experience for me in terms of it's very expansive, and you know, in the first day of rehearsals, it really took me a while to find myself, because I find that I was thinking in 4 different directions at the same time, and kind of, okay, listening to what the orchestra is doing, paying attention to the conductor, feeling the song and performing, and kind of going, okay, which, you know, I'm being pulled in different directions here, but what do I need to focus on? And when I realized the thing that I needed to focus on was the very thing that I've been doing for the past year in the release of Notes for a Maiden Warrior, is to listen to myself and to sing the songs as they are, and to allow the orchestra to join that in the way that they want to. That's when things really started to come together, and that for me was so beautiful, because you know, these are very different musical experiences, and we come from very different backgrounds, and to work with an arrangement and a composition that I hadn't made and say, here are these songs, this is my vulnerability, can you meet me there? And for me, they absolutely 100% did, and that was extraordinary.
Yeah, that's a nice image, actually, the idea of different cultural traditions or different ways of presenting and thinking of music, actually just needing to go on a bit of a journey to find a point where they coalesce, and I really felt that happen over these sessions. So tell us a bit about the last song. It's another arrangement from Kathleen Flynn. It's the first time we've worked with Kathleen. Gorgeous arrangements, but tell us a bit about this song and why this song is important to you.
Yeah, so Love Part 3 for me, the fact that it makes sense to so many people, it's probably the song off the album that people know all the words to whenever I go to play a gig, and it kind of grew into its own thing, and it's written as a love song out of longing. You know, it's not a here I am in love, I am delighted. It's a here I am in love, tell me it's going to be all right, because it's not great from where I'm standing, you know. And then to come in, to step into that space with the orchestra, to step in with Kathleen's arrangements and say, here it is, do you feel that? And to hold that space and be held in that space is nothing short of life-changing for me, as I kind of say goodbye to Notes for a Maiden Warrior.
Wonderful. Dani, it's been a real pleasure working with you on this. Thanks ever so much, and all the best for the future.
Thank you, an absolute pleasure of mine, Patrick.
Oh, sing to me, sweet, oh, sing to me, sweet. Wrap your arms around me, sweet. Wrap your arms around me, sweet. Listen to the whisper rain. Listen to the whisper rain. Listen to the whispering. Tell me it's alright. 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 Listen to the whispering. Ooh, listen to the whispering. Oh, sing to me, sweet. Oh, sing to me, sweet.